I've got a Topps Pristine numbered out of 25, Rodolfo Castro. It's still sealed when they send it. Do you open that and try and grade it?
You may want to get that one graded. Those cards sell like hotcakes, those XRCs.
If I'm looking to get started, I'm wondering how much of a budget should we set aside a month with the card grading, flipping, and bringing it back in?
I have a pile of rookie quarterbacks that like parallels, base cards, some silvers that didn't make my grading pile.
Okay.
And I just wanted to know your opinion on, are those better to sell now on eBay, or should I wait till closer to the beginning of the season, like preseason, when the hype is there to sell them then?
So I know like rookie QBs is kind of like what you want to focus on when you're buying raw.
Yep.
I mean, would you buy like second or third year players, or is there other like non-rookie cards to kind of look for on eBay?
Welcome to the Eric Michaels Show, episode number 60. Great time of the year. My New York Knicks just won. They're the favorites in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm super pumped. The city of New York is just absolutely upside down. If you told me the Knicks were going to make it this far in the playoffs a year ago, I would have thought you are crazy, but it is true. They're there. I think they'll beat the Pacers. They are. I think it'll end up being OKC, New York, and I actually like the Knicks in that series, trying to be unbiased as possible. But I think the Knicks match up well against the Pacers. I think they have Josh Hart to run around with Halliburton. I don't think the Pacers have anyone to guard Brunson. I think the Knicks getting past the Celtics. And yes, I think they would have got past them even if Tatum didn't get injured, because even in game 5, before Tatum got injured, they were up 9 points. They had the game in the bags. But we have basketball season sort of coming to an end, hockey season coming to an end, football training camp and mini camp starting up. Rookies are reporting, which makes sports cards a bit interesting. Baseball's in the midst of things. Mets and Yankees, actually. There was a lot of hype around that series. Sadly, my Mets lost 2 out of 3. Juan Soto is hilarious. He made a great running catch yesterday. I don't know if it'll be yesterday by the time you guys see this. And he just kind of threw the ball into the Yankees bullpen almost like an FU. Yankee fans did not like Soto. And I actually think now looking back at it, Soto, I think, so he went to the Mets for like $40 or $50 million more, like an $800 million contract. But like monetarily speaking, he probably should have stayed with the Yankees, because he's going to make much more money being a Yankee through sponsors and stuff rather than being with the Mets. So I think like financially, he didn't make a great decision, although he says that he thinks the Mets have a much better chance of winning a World Series. I don't know. They would get through the Dodgers in the NL, but we will see. Hopefully they pull through. But let's start with buying some cards. So it's actually been a week since I bought a card or even looked at cards, to be honest with you guys, because my life has been crazy between like buying this office and buying a house. We have all these employees now here because we're moving everything in-house. Crazy time. But anyways, let's see some cards. So something that I like to do is, now that we're getting closer to... let me just make sure you guys can see this good. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure. Yep, there we go. Okay. So now that we're getting closer to the football season, like time is of the essence. So if you guys have ever looked or watched it, anything I ever said, right, you want to sell before the season starts, right? Because if you look here, like let's look back like last year to CJ Stroud. So like last year's CJ Stroud is like this year's Jaden Daniels. So you could see last year, right, his stuff, as soon as the season started, whoop, took a dip. And this happens with not all, but most players. So you want to sell before this dip happens. Like Jaden Daniels, there's no guarantees. But if I had to make a large bet, I would say his value is going to be much lower by like October, November than it is now. If I can make a bet, I would. Like I've said this before, if there was a way to short sports cards, that would be dope. But I have not found a way to do that. But if you could, let me know. But so what you want to sell before then. So like if you're grading cards, so I talk about this all the time. So there's multiple ways to make money with sports cards. You could buy cards already graded. You could buy cards to grade. But if you look at the PSA website, right, and you look here, so this is taking about 65 business days, right, this value service. And then you can use this one if you send in a minimum of 20 cards in one order. So what I've traditionally done is the closer you get to the season, you want to start using this service more and more so you could get these cards back, right? Because like if you buy a card and it's taking 65 business days to get back, I've seen it take shorter, honestly, but like they just say this because to save their butt a little bit, because they know if they say 65 business days and they take more, or they say 20 business days and they take 25 business days, their support email just gets hammered. So like I've actually seen this service be like 5-6 weeks, to be honest with you, with my students. But even so, you buy a card in early July, you're kind of running a risk of it getting back to you after the season starts. I've seen it happen before. It's happened to me before, too many times to count. So like as the season gets closer, I'll usually do this more and more, and like even this, and then this. It's kind of like my like strategy, just to like play on the safe side, because I just want all my football cards gone before the season starts. Right, that's just the bottom line, at least my bottom line. So something I just want to look at here. So it's actually interesting. So I've been saying CJ Stroud's solid buy. Like his stuff dipped pretty hard, and you could see it coming back up. You see that? Like I bet if we look here in the past, mm, mm, nah, it doesn't seem like it's going up according to that. Or like if you got in here, this card was once 375 to 400, and now this card is 445. So this card is up 10%. You could have made 10% on your money if you listened to Mr. Eric and bought at the low point here. Even me, I wish I bought more CJ Stroud, but like, and I'm still trying to find some, but I don't think I've only bought one card, maybe two, of CJ Stroud. It's somewhere back there. It might be in like a alt vault or something. But with that said, something I also want to look at just out of curiosity. I have some money invested in Sam Darnold. I just want to see like what his, this is all over the place. Yeah, this isn't going to tell me much. I think Sam Darnold's like a fascinating purchase. I think like, there's just not that many sales. This is all over the place. But I like the idea of buying Sam Darnold. I've been saying this for months. I've been saying Bryce Young for months, but that ship kind of sailed because his stuff is up a lot. But anyways, let's look at some cards. So first, let's look at some higher end cards first on Only All. Then I'll work my way down to lower end cards. And then if you guys have any questions, feel free to call in. Are people calling in? Okay, let me look at some cards first, and I'll get back to you guys in like 5 minutes. I like to start these shows off with buying some cards because I know sometimes people come. Oh, whoops! I know sometimes people come here, with the intention of wanting to see me find a card. So I just like to start off these episodes with that. But let's look at some football cards and see what's on all. All I've been using more to buy higher end cards just because it's easier. It's not a lot of time on my end, to be honest with you guys. Michael Penix, that's interesting. Mahomes Black, Drake May. So if I'm buying cards already graded, I don't buy this year's class because it's already hyped, right? You want to buy before the hype, right? If you're buying a card already graded. So like I usually don't. This is a sick card of Drew Brees. That's nasty. Josh Allen. I don't really mess around with Josh Allen. Kind of like a blue chip stock. I don't think it's going to go up much or down much. Herbert's interesting. Like I don't hold cards into the season, but if I had to hold one guy into the season, it may be Herbert because I think they're going to have a tremendous season. Their over-under win total is 9.5. I know they have a hard schedule, but man, I think they're going to get more wins than that. Bryce Young, his stuff's already up a lot, even though it's an interesting buy. It's a lot of newer stuff here. Malik Neighbors, McCarthy's interesting. Bo Nix, it's kind of cheap. Probably ends in 3 days. It's kind of cheap, honestly. Jordan Travis, like, wow, I wonder why he retired. I wonder why did he like not retire or something? Why is that card selling for that? Yeah, he retired. Bad story. Injury at the end of college and then you end up retiring from it. Gotta feel bad for the kid. This is a nice card. This is right up my alley. Let's see what these are doing. A CJ Stroud Blue Ice. Oh, I gotta log in. Let's log in. Oh, let's look. Let's go back. Yep, there we go. See what this card's doing. CJ Stroud Blue Ice. I still think Stroud's a solid buy. Everyone's on these other guys, and I think Stroud's just an awesome buy right now. I think they're gonna have a great season. I can't believe this card sells for this much. $4,000. You're telling me this one sold for $3,000 in April? I'll bid the lowest sale. This card just is kind of expensive. Or even last year at its peak when his silver prism was worth way more. This card was like $4,600, $5,000. So like I don't know. I don't know about this sale of $4,000. I'm going to bid on this card. I don't think I'm going to win. I'm going to be really cheap here and bid like 25.81. Just I like to do random numbers. But I just don't buy spending over $3,000 on that card. I don't like it. Someone's selling Stroud. Holy crap. There's a lot of it. Wow. Someone's offloading. See these cards. No Huddle Red. This is a cheaper card. No Huddle Red Stroud. This card sold for $1,700 in April or December. PSA 9 in December. It's $600. Let's see the graph of this card. So the last sale was $1,700. At the beginning of last year, when his stuff was hyped, it was $2,550. And his stuff is, once again, I don't buy it. Like It's only at $172, 3 days left. Like, I think this is more of like a $800 to $1,000 card. I'll bid like, oh, not that much. Nine. I don't think I'm gonna win it. I'm being cheap here, but yeah, something's wrong with those sales. People might be just pumping the market because they've lost a lot of money with Stroud, so they're just making up fake sales to pump up their value. Purple. Okay, this is something I buy more. So this makes more sense, right? This card's 1,100. Last year it was worth double because stuff was double. Like, this makes sense. Like, this is a card I'd probably buy close to $1,100 this last sale. And like, I could think it could pop up to like, I don't know, 15 to 1,800 maybe. Like, this is a card I'll bid right under comps. I'll bid $1,011. Like, that I'll pay strong on, but the other ones I'm not buying. Let's see what else. Let's see what's on popping on eBay. So Optic also just came out. So Optic is a very popular type of football card. So let's take a look at what Optics are ending here. Oh, nope, it's 2024. Let's take a look here and see. So this stuff should have come down by now. So when new products come out, it starts out really high and then comes down. Let's see what auctions are ending. We go to advanced and let's do min bid count of 1. So it only shows us stuff with at least 1 bid. Let's do minimum $100. And let's see what the frick. Hold on. 2024 Optic football. Let's see here. Ending soonest. Min price $100. Min bid count 1. Sorry, I know a few of you guys are calling in. I'm gonna get to you. I don't know what the hell is going on with this. Let's get out of this tab. Optic football 2024. Let's do auctions. Okay. Ending soon. So that's a cool card. Lad McConkey. That gold. To min. Hopefully that weird thing doesn't pop up again. That eBay Motors thing. There we go. Let's see. What are these cards at now? It's been a week since I've looked. These cards are kind of hard to grade because the corners are kind of messed up. Like these black corners, like because they're colored, they just chip very easily. But this one actually doesn't look that bad. I can't see it that well. Yeah, this corner looks a little funny. This is a nice card. Orange Drake May. Centered pretty well. Centered. Some whiting on that corner. And this one, yeah, sad. This is the problem. So like if you 10 these cards because they're so hard to grade, kind of like Prism, they're really hard to grade, but if you get a 10 on them, you make a lot of money. So it's give and take. I actually prefer it this way. I like it when it's a little bit harder to grade. The Bo Nix. Ooh, Optic Gold Drake May. That's interesting. Let's see. The card is a standout. Blah blah blah. Glitter. Blue glitter. Let's see what this sells for. Pull up another tab and see what this sells for. So let's type in Drake May blue glitter. Go to sold items. And this card sells for about $200. So let's see if this is on here. What's on Market Movers? Yeah, so you can see it. It was first sale was like 270. It's come down, settled around 200. No, this is it. Oh yeah, why am I looking at Drake May? This is Bo Nix. That's a brain fart. Bo Nix. Okay, so Bo Nix sells for like 270, 250, 300. Let's see this. I don't know why I was just looking at Drake May. Kavi, how many callers were there? Okay. I'll get to you guys in 1 second. This has not come down much. All right, let's get to some callers. We got a bunch of people waiting in the queue. Sorry, I like to start off with.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You got Eric. You're live on the show right now.
Hey, how's it going, Eric?
What's up? What's your name?
My name's Chris. I am from Ohio.
Boom. We're in Ohio. My girlfriend's from Dayton, Ohio.
All right. I'm in Mansfield, Ohio, about an hour north of Columbus.
Okay, cool. Well, how can I make your day better?
Well, I had a few questions, but I'll try not to take all of your time.
No, you're good. That's why I'm here. Let it rip.
All right. I've got a Topps Pristine numbered out of 25. It's a baseball card.
Okay.
Rodolfo Castro. My question was, it's still sealed when they send it. Do you open that and try and grade it?
No, if you're sending a card in for grading, keep it sealed. Because if you unseal it, like Panini or PSA knows what card should be sealed and what card should not. So if they get a card and they see it not sealed, they're like, okay, something's up with this card. This card has been tried to be graded before or something. So always keep it sealed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Another one. I've had this card for a little bit. It's a Sam Darnold. It's the Silver Prism, the rookie introduction.
Okay.
And should I send that to get graded?
Well, it's dependent on it's all dependent on condition. Let me look at so I need to see what the card looks like, but let me look at the numbers here and try to help you out. So I'm gonna share my screen. I know it might be delayed for you because you're on the phone with me. So it's a Sam Darnold 2018, right?
Yes.
And what's
the rookie introduction Silver Prism?
Okay. This card's pretty cheap. Let me see something. Rookie intro. Is the card in good condition?
The card's really nice. That's why I was like, is it going to be worth it taking the chance?
It's not. I'm looking at my screen right now. The card's worth $4, and a 10 is $18. And it's going to cost you a minimum $20 to get the card graded. So it just doesn't make any mathematical sense.
Okay.
So the answer would be no. Even if it's in perfect condition, it's just not a good.
No
not
problem.
A good idea.
Appreciate it.
What other questions
I've got one last one for you. I've got a 1954 Willie Mays the catch card.
Okay.
It's not. I would say it'd get a 2 or 3. It's kind of rough. Again, is that worth taking the risk on grading with that year and that?
Is it top? Wait, so it's 1954 tops?
Yes, Willie Mays the catch.
The catch. I'm not familiar with that card. Is it a picture of him making a catch?
It's
making the catch.
It's got a picture of it's like it's got a segmented card. His back's turned and then he's throwing it. Card number is 464, I believe.
And are you sure it's 1964? 1954? 54.
Yeah.
And it's numbered 464?
Yeah, that's what it looks like in the top left corner. The number. It says baseball thrills action photos. Mays catch.
That's
series history.
That's 1959, I think. Let me see here. Willie Mays. Oh, hold on, let me see something here. So it's segment. Okay, so let me share with the audience what I'm looking at here. So it's segmented. I have it pulled up on my screen here. This is the card. There's one on eBay, and the guy, it's not graded. And I don't know if this is you, but is this you? Is Ohio? Nope. So there's one guy who's asking like $1,700. Do you know what the card's worth by any chance?
I honestly don't. Another reason I called in because I was like, I didn't know. Is it worth grading? Do I put it up? It does have on the back. There's a few tape marks. It almost looks like somebody had it taped up on a window or door at some point.
Honestly,
but other than that, it's not bad.
It's not a bad card. A PSA 5 sells for like $127. There's a sale, so that means PSA. Yeah, it would only be worth grading if like it gets at least a PSA 3 probably. But it doesn't sound like from what you're talking that it would. So from what you're telling me, like obviously it's better if I see the card, but from what you're telling me, probably not.
Okay.
It seems
it's a cool card. I may just hang on to it just to have that card. But
if you want to just hang on to it and it's cool, by all means, you can still get it graded. And but in terms of like making economical sense, doesn't sound like it makes much economical sense to get it graded.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. And last one I've got is, what are your thoughts on the Arch Manning? Like, I've got a couple of the red cracked ice, and I've been watching. They're going up. Is that a good one to get graded now?
Yep.
And get ready to.
Yep, I'll grade it and sell it before the college season starts. That's what I would do. Did I lose you? Oh, well, that was the last question. Hopefully you heard me. But yeah, Arch Manning, it's not a bad idea. I would grade his stuff before, just sell it before the college season starts, even though you should have a good year. Next one. All right, second caller.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up? This is Eric. You're live.
Hey, yes, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you? What's your name?
I'm good. Good, man. Eric. I'm actually watching your live calling right now. So actually, that's awesome that you actually called back.
Sweet, yeah.
I've been watching your show for a while, and
Nice.
I have a couple questions if you don't mind me asking them.
Let her. What was your name again?
Eric, ERIC. Eric.
Your name's Eric too.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were repeating my name. Oh, okay, gotcha. You're Eric too.
No.
Where are you from?
I'm from Fort Worth, Texas.
Nice, cool. Well, let it rip. How can I help?
Okay. I go to a lot of my card shows and stuff like that, and I picked up a Jaden Daniels Panini Prism, but I think it's a Panini Prism, but it's a relic card, and it's like a 50. I don't know if it should be worth getting graded or not. I kind of was like hoping it would. I paid $175 for it, but it's a triple patch.
Is it Prism? Do you have a picture of it?
I do have a picture of it. Do I send it to the same number that you called me on?
Send it to that phone real quick so I can take a look at it. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what card.
Okay. I got you right now.
I have no idea what card you're talking about. I'll pull it up.
It's an instant impact. It's an instant impact. I'm sorry, Panini.
Oh, instant impact, and it's a.
It's a 43 or 50.
Okay, and it's
But
it's got that patch in the middle, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, let's see. Okay, so I mean, you could send me the specific card and I could look at it, but if I share my screen
I sent it to you, actually.
Sent it? Kyle, can you just show it to me? Can you show it to me? You can just show it to me. Hold on, I'm looking at it right now. Did you texted it to this number?
Yeah, I did text it to this number. Yeah, like I just sent you the picture and everything.
Oh, okay, maybe it just takes a second. But
I can resend it real quick.
Oh, sure. Now the card, the biggest thing. How do the corners look? The front corners where there's like coloring.
The front corners. I can say truthfully, since I've been looking at cards, like how I've been watching your videos, you've been teaching me a lot.
Nice.
So I want to say like you've been giving me credit for that, and I can say like the corners of it looks great. It's phenomenal, but I haven't got to see like you're pulling up one now. I see finally online, but the patch is kind of like it kind of goes around the 5. So it's not honeycombed like the middle of the red.
That's okay.
The yellow.
The patch doesn't matter. Ignore the patch first when it comes to grading. I just want to. So that card, even as a 10. So like when I grade a card, like my goal is to double my money, right? So that card sells for like you paid $175, right? And it's gonna cost you $25 to get it graded. Add in some shipping and stuff. So let's say you're into it for like $210. I want that card as a PSA 10. For me to net at least $420. Does that make sense? That card, unless it's in immaculate condition, which those cards are very hard, those relic cards, like cards with patches in them are very hard to grade because they're thicker. When cards are thicker, the corners and the edges get damaged easier. For that reason, like I need to see the exact card and I can tell you, but like I don't even think you would double your money. I'd probably just, if we're talking about just making money here, like the goal is here to make money, I'd probably sell the card, get some cash, and buy like lower end Optic or Prism stuff that's like much better to grade where you're doubling, tripling, maybe quadrupling your money.
Okay. Yeah, because the card, it had good condition. The corners are of not even like have bad shape. There's like, it's like in perfect condition. It would get like a 9, I would say minimally. I can say it truthfully on that.
Yeah,
but I'm like,
even if the card got a 10, I think you'd be able to lucky to make like 50-60% on your money. Which, if you were grading a 10 of like a Prism card or an Optic card, you're making 150% on your money. Even if it 10s, which I don't think it will, you could put your money in a better situation.
I guess the question is because at the shop I go to, there's a Jaden Daniels Prism they had, but it was like, like sparkly, and it was a red one.
Yeah,
a red sparkle.
Here's a great piece.
I was like, should I grab that instead of the jersey?
Is your goal to make sports cards a side income?
Yeah, actually it is. It's kind of like one of my like hobbies since I was a little kid. Like I've collected like Emmitt Smith autos and Adrian Beltres. I just got me a Cavante Turpin TCU autograph.
Yeah, so if your goal is strictly to make money with sports cards and like have fun, great piece of advice. Not always, but 99% of the time, going to your local sports card shop is not a good idea to make money. Either A, you're going there to buy packs and boxes, which is a losing game, or B, you are like they have their cards overpriced to sell to like the average fan, the average collector, like the unsuspecting customer. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like, card shops got to make money. So like you will never, not never, but like I doubt you'll find any good deals there, any cards worth getting graded. It's possible. I've actually done it before, but like your time is much better spent buying cards online, eBay, or card shows rather than going to your local card shop. Not saying don't do it. Go there, have some fun, open up a pack or two, but the goal is to make money. That's not the place to go.
Right. Okay. And I guess the question would be like, would it be smart since like it was like $175 for the relic, and then it was $160 for the red prism. So like, kind of the question was
Red
like,
prism, what? Jaden Daniels?
it was a sparkle Jaden Daniels, so they had a red laser looking one. They had the blue laser. They had the other red one, but it was like $160 is what they're selling it on. And I looked on eBay and I saw the same card for like $120. But
that's what they do.
I didn't know.
That's how card shops make money.
Yeah, that's a big difference, But then I looked up the Jaden Daniels and I was like 175, but it's a 43 out of 50. I didn't know if numbers matter because no one's taught me that, and I feel like they do matter, but they don't matter at the same time.
Yeah, you said numbers in terms of like what to pay for
like
the card,
a 43, like the 43 of 50. Yeah. So like,
the numbers do matter, but honestly, it doesn't matter. Just look at what it sells for on eBay. Just go type the card in on eBay. Look at recent sales, and that'll tell you what the market value is. I'm looking at your card right now. This card this card that you're bought actually looks like it's in good condition. To be honest with you, like I wasn't expecting it to be, but even so, even if it tens, which I don't think I will, but even if it does 10. You could sell that card and put your money in a better position, like buying like Optic or Prism. That's
okay.
I don't think you're gonna make much money even at 10. Some, but not. You could put your money in a better scenario. That's my point.
Right. Now, here's the thing I was gonna ask you. Is I was gonna hold on to it because I know Jaden's gonna be popping off. I think that he'll pop off and be really good, and I think he'll be like a Hall of Famer one day. But I'm afraid to like sell it too soon and make $50, $70. Would it kind of go up from there?
Well, it's two things. So, number one, if you think Jaden Daniels is going to be a great player and his value is going to go up a lot, that's not the type of card you want. You want like Prism or Optic. Number one, like those are the types of cards that'll appreciate. And then number two, like I can't make any guarantees, but if I had to bet a lot of money, I would bet you that Jaden Daniels' value is going to be worth much less in October, November than it is today. If I can make a large bet, I would. Not because he's a bad player, but just in order for him to live up to his expectations and hype, it will take so much. Like, think about it. Last year, he had an incredible year. He has to do better than that to maintain his value or hype. The odds of that happening are just not high. An example from last year is like CJ Stroud. Like CJ Stroud was like this year's Jaden Daniels. Like nobody thought he would do bad. They picked up Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, and he didn't have a bad year, right? He won a playoff game. They went 10 wins or 11 wins, whatever it was. Well, they didn't have a bad year. He wasn't like an MVP, and his stuff got cut a third. So his Silver Prism PSA 10 went from like $950 to $350.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I was buying Jaden Daniels, once again, who knows? But based on my experience, I would go in November, October, November, and then buy his stuff then, because it'll probably be cheaper based on what I've seen. But obviously, anything could happen. Who knows? Maybe he's the next Patrick Mahomes.
So based off the information you told me on that, then I would go take the relic back and then grab the other Prism.
Well, I don't understand. What type of Prism card is it? Red what?
It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's red and it's sparkly. It's like a silver looking sparkle kind of look to it, but it's a red border.
Is it him in a Commander's uniform or college uniform?
It was Commanders and he's throwing the ball.
Is it do you know if it's regular Prism? Is it? Because if it's,
I couldn't tell you based off of that right this second.
Any red Prism of him is gonna be worth more than $60. So like that's why I don't know. Here, do me a favor. This number you got it. Send me a picture when you get it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I can definitely do that. Now the other thing I have for you is about sets. I know you do a lot of sports cards, so like I've just started collecting a set, and I'm only collecting the Adolis Garcia 2025 Heritages.
Yeah, but
I've got
by the way,
every single one.
Heads up, this has to be my last question because we have a huge queue of callers. But continue. Go for it.
Okay. Basically, like, is it worth collecting? Like, is a set like that worth collecting or not really?
Is the goal to make money?
Yeah, I guess so.
If the goal is to make money, no. Collecting sets is not a good idea. Like, it's good, like, long term.
Okay.
You can collect, like, older sets and they'll go up in value. But if the goal is to make a side income, it's no, to answer your question.
Okay. Okay. Well, I thank you for your time, Eric, so much. And I'm going to continue watching your show every morning and every day, man.
Awesome.
So
I appreciate it. Yeah,
keep it up.
When you get that card of Jaden Daniels, just send a picture to this phone and I'll let you know what I think.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man, so much. Thank you.
Cool. You have a good day.
You too. You too. You have
bye-bye.
a blessed day. Thank you.
Bye. Hey, you got Eric. You're live.
Hey, my name's Carter.
Oh, say it one more time. Skyler?
Oh, Carter.
Oh, Carter. What's up, Carter? How can I help?
I got you off speaker now. I seen you were talking about like PSA picks up like sealed, like some cards should be sealed and some cards, like
Yeah.
like if it's out of 2 and the other one was sealed, but mine came out of the case not sealed, are they gonna obviously know that or?
Wait, so yours came out of the case not sealed?
Yeah, and it's a Jalen Carter Nike patch, flawless out of 2. First on the print, but the second on print sold on eBay sealed.
Why is it not sealed?
Like it just came out of the inner of a flawless case.
Send it in. I have actually got a 10 before with a flawless card that was not sealed. But that's bizarre. But if it's in good condition and the edges and corners are like sharp right angles, send it in. Flawless is hard to get a 10.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, I would. From my knowledge, it should be sealed. But so what I would do if I was in your shoes is, okay, look at the card. If it's in perfect condition, send it in. If it's not, don't send it in. And what I would do is contact Panini and get it sealed. Because if you go, just to put it in perspective, if you go and sell that card, like what did the Jalen Carter, like one that was sealed, sell for?
Sold for $420 like 2 weeks before the Super Bowl.
Okay. So you went to go sell yours that was not sealed. I'm not, I can't make guarantees, but I would think that it would probably sell for like 20, 30% less. So because it's not sealed, because when it's not sealed, people know, oh, this guy tried to get it graded really low. So he took it out of the grading
like I have a
case.
screenshot of it like coming straight out of the case too, like in the guy's hand. Raw, and it's just like,
I don't know if Panini does that. I've never had I have not dealt with flawless, to be honest with you, but not that much. But I would try to get it sealed. If you don't get it graded, get it sealed and then sell it.
Okay, fair enough. And then I do have one more question.
Yeah,
I have I got 2 more actually. I got Michael Penix Jr. Like XRC. Got that thing also like the sealed broken. Sell it raw.
You bought it with the seal broken?
Yeah, like it's my buddy hit it in a break and he got it sent to him with the seal broken.
So it's never been graded.
Yeah, I would assume not, but it possibly like it just has the Panini sealed ripped at the top.
Autograph or not autograph?
Non.
You may want to get that one graded. Those cards sell like hotcakes. Those XRCs. You may want to. I'm looking now what they sell for. So as a 10, actually, usually for some reason like XRCs, there's not good margin with them. If you get them graded, like I don't know why, because they're great cards. But from what I'm looking at here, they sell for like $250, $260 not graded, and PSA 10s do like $700. So I would actually send that in for grading if it looked good. And then I'm assuming the problem with these cards. So what you want to do is look for surface issues because the card's kind of shiny. So look for dimples. You want to make sure it's centered so that those 2 like black triangles. I have it on my screen here, but those 2 black triangles on the left and the right.
Yeah.
So make sure those are even. And then the space between the select like logo at the top and the bottom where it says Falcons, make sure that's even. And then make sure the corners are right angles. And if it is, I would send it in.
Yeah, no, I think the front looks honestly good, but the back is kind of questionable.
Well,
you
can send me a picture later, and then I could just let you know.
Okay, yeah, I can send you a few pictures.
Cool.
And then I do have Zay Flowers National Treasures 1 of 1 NFL Shield.
Nice. Where are you getting these cards? Are you a thief? Are you stealing them from card shops?
No. Those are the only cards I got. Honestly, these are the only cards I got.
Ah,
But like the laundry tag sold for $2K, and I don't even know like what to even do with this national. Like I don't know what to do with the Shield one.
Well, let me ask you this, Carter. Where are you from?
Iowa.
Iowa. Why was I? Oh, Idaho. No. I was gonna go to Boise, Idaho. That's not Iowa, Idaho. That's east.
Fair enough. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's still a ways away.
that's Idaho. I'm looking here just what it sells. Well, what's your goal? Like, is your goal like? I feel like 99% of the people I speak to, their goal is to make a side income with sports cards. Is that your goal?
Yeah, like I got like you should see my desk. It's honestly full boxes of cards. I need to sell a lot of them. Like I've been trying to get on eBay more. I got a bunch of my cards posted up and get out to card shows a little bit more, but
So
I don't send in a lot of cards, honestly.
That Zay Flowers one. So like, what I would do if like my goal was to make a side income with sports cards, that card of Zay Flowers, I would just auction it, not get it graded. It's a 1-on-1. So like the value probably won't go up crazy even if it gets a 10. Collect cash and put it into all the stuff you see me buy. I don't know how much you follow me on like YouTube, but just that
Yeah,
stuff.
no, I've been watching you a lot.
Yeah, so like the Optic, the Prism, start to put it into that stuff because that's the stuff where like the money's made, where you double, triple your money. You could buy that stuff consistently. So like I would sell it, collect cash, because like, dude, even if Zay Flowers, like, I mean, he's not the next Jerry Rice. I think we could agree there. I mean, he's good. So
yeah, correct.
it's just dead money. Like it's just sitting there. Even if it goes up 30%, 40%, 50% in the next 6 months, you could do more with that money today. So I'm a big advocate of sell fast, collect cash, buy fast. Keep repeating that.
Fair enough. We're gonna go to the Nationals this summer. You think I
Nice.
could obviously just definitely move it there, or do you think it's
No, I would just auction on eBay. You're just gonna get bent over by dealers. We're actually you're in Iowa, so you're not gonna see these ads yet. But we're messing around with the idea of that, so that Saturday morning of the National, if you're there, so that's August 2nd at 9 a.m. Central Time. We may do a I'm gonna do like a live, like, I don't know if you ever seen like my webinars or like my master classes where I basically just spit a lot of value and walk everyone through step by step how to make money with sports cards. May do that. May have a few hundred people in the room before the card show on Saturday and let everyone out like at 11 or 12. Then everyone can go out and execute on the strategies that I teach. But there'll be like a ticket will be like $17 to attend, something cheap. But may do that. So watch out for that.
okay? No, definitely we will. Me and my buddies have honestly been staying tuned in with your page, and yeah, we'll
Sick.
all be down there. So
Yeah.
we'll probably tune into that.
Yeah. Seven. We're gonna do it's actually what we're gonna do is it's gonna be $17 and and it just for staying to the end, just for attending and staying to the end. Once you walk out, we're gonna give everyone $100 eBay gift card. So like literally, you pay $17, you stay to the end, you'll walk out with $100 eBay gift card. You'll make an $83 profit just for attending.
Perfect. That sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
It'll be solid. I'll put a link somewhere in the next week or two. But did I answer? Oh yeah, Zay Flowers, sell it. That's my answer.
Okay, fair enough. No, I'm trying to. I've been reaching out to a few guys. Like, there's a huge Zay collector, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Once
something
all of
like
them
that. I
slip
might just
mine, I
auction
get.
on eBay and just let it rip.
Yeah, no, I want to do that, but also at the same time, I'm kind of nervous to do that. But
Yeah, or you could contact
I see
Alt.
card.
They sell a bunch of higher end cards and sell through them. Like, what do you expect the card to sell for?
I mean, I honestly don't know what to put it at, like, because that launcher tag's at 2K, so it's like, I don't even know.
Probably like $1,000. Maybe it'll sell for. I have no idea. It's a 1-on-1.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
no,
it
I
was
have
me,
no idea either.
I would let it rip, because even if it sells for $800, $1,000, $1,100, just take the cash and start turning it over and doing what I preach, because like the money's just sitting there. Even if you wait an extra 2 months to make an extra $200 on it, it's not worth it. You'd rather have the money today.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Cool.
I appreciate it.
Any other questions?
Nope, that's it.
Well, sweet, Carter. I appreciate it. Let me know how it goes. If you have any other questions, feel free to call in next week, and hopefully I'll see you at the National.
Perfect. See you there.
All right. Later, Carter. See ya. Holy crap. That's a lot of callers. We didn't do a podcast last week because I was away. Maybe people missed me. Never felt so loved. My God.
Hello?
Hey, you got Eric. You are live on the show.
Hey, what's up, Eric? This is Eric as well.
Another Eric. You're the second Eric. There was another Eric before too. Where are you calling from?
I'm right outside of Philly, about 10 minutes outside of Philly.
I was gonna say you give me Philly vibes. You have like an aggressive tone to your voice. But how can I help?
All right, just a couple quick questions.
Yeah, go for
So I know like rookie QBs is kind of like what you want to focus on when you're buying raw.
Yep.
But is there I mean, would you buy like second or third year players, or is there other like non-rookie cards to kind of look for on eBay?
Simple answer, no. Because so think about it. So like, okay, see the goal, I'm assuming, is to make an income with sports cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like just think about it logically. You buy a card of Patrick Mahomes. 2024 Patrick Mahomes card. You buy it, you grade it, you go to sell it. A Patrick Mahomes collector, is he going to prefer a rookie card of Mahomes from 17 or a card from 2024? Which one's going to appreciate more? The rookie one, obviously.
Right.
So like there's a much, in my experience, like even though like Mahomes is 20 times the player, you know, JJ McCarthy is, I'd much rather buy a grade and sell a card of JJ McCarthy, a rookie one from 2024, than a 7-year-old card of Mahomes, just because the collectors or the investors of JJ McCarthy want those cards. And because there's a much bigger demand, because the investors actually want that card, that's why the profit margin from buying raw to getting graded is much higher. Usually it's a little bit more difficult to make money buying veteran cards to grade. Like the margin is just not as high. You could still do it and make money, but like you'd rather put your money into something that's going to make more money, obviously. So,
right. Because I mean, I'm just thinking about guys, you know, like Jared Goff. Obviously, I don't think you're going to be able to, you know, buy because you know he's been around for a little bit. So, but I just noticed, like I just bought this. I mean, it just came out this year. It's like the Jared Goff like flex emoji, you know, at a 149, and I didn't know if that was something that like, you know, because it's short. You know,
I would not buy that stuff. To answer your question.
okay. Okay, and and I know you said like a Sam Darnold. Like I bought just I was really cheap, like a red checkerboard of him from this year or 2024. So stuff like that is just not even worth like.
Anything's worth it. You could still make money on it. Well, the Darnold, I don't know if you can make money on it. I don't know if it sells for enough, but like, there's just more money in the rookies because
In the rookies,
yeah.
okay. I just feel like some of, you know, those hot rookies is like these people on eBay, you know, because you know, I bought like a lot, and then when I get the card, I notice like, okay, well, this centering, even though I can kind of see, you know, on the picture, you know, it looks pretty good, but then when I get it, it's like, okay, this is like a 60-40. Like I feel it's hard to find like those raw cards on eBay.
How
Uh,
long have you been doing sports cards?
I just started this. I mean, I collected a little bit when I was a kid, but I just kind of started doing this like last month. I started on like Whatnot, just
Yeah.
buying
Well,
cards.
I don't want to sound like a dick, but it just like buying cards and getting them graded and evaluating the conditions is skill. So like if you've never played basketball before and you just started shooting a free throw, you're gonna stink.
Yeah.
Right. So same thing. Like as you buy, grade, sell more. Like in the beginning, you'll suck. You might even lose a little bit of money. But as you do it more, you'll start to realize things like, oh, wait, okay, so like this is really what good centering looks like. And this is what bad corners look like. This is what good corners look like. So, and also as
Right.
time goes on, you'll develop connections from people who break cards that will just sell you good stuff in good condition.
And so with
So,
those, if let's say I buy like 10 cards and let's say, okay, 2 of them look pretty good to get graded, with those other 8, what, just put them back on eBay and just resell them, or?
well, it should be like if you're decent, it should be the inverse. Like if you buy 10 cards, you should be sending out for grading 8, maybe 9. So, but yeah,
Okay.
the other 8, I would just sell right away, cut your losses. You know, hopefully you're paying well because you are newer and you're not as good at evaluating condition. Because of that, I would be conservative with pricing. Like try to either get people off of eBay or be like 10-20% under comp. So when you go and sell it, you break even or come close to it, or maybe
Okay.
even make a little bit of money.
And then last quick question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have like kind of, I don't know, any knowledge on this, but are there certain like, I don't know, from your experience, like certain parallels or just like companies that have like higher gem rates?
Yeah,
Like
the
I
bet.
noticed like Optic. they're centering like on a lot of cards I bought. Like I don't know, it seems like the Optic rated rookies, the centering is pretty difficult. But then I noticed that like on red waves, from Prism, like I noticed, okay, well this is, I think they have a little bit better than, usually it's like 50-50 with 9s and 10s when I look at this PSA data. But then on a lot of cards with like the red waves, I see they do fairly better. I don't know. Is there certain cards that,
Yeah.
like I said, in your
The best card to buy, grade, and sell, at least in my opinion, I have it pulled up on my screen right here, is the Disco Prism.
Discos, okay.
Like that orange disco prism looking
Right.
card. For some reason they're in decent condition. That card is the card where students in my program have made the most amount of money on. That one card.
Oh.
Like I just looked it up for Bo Nix. It sells for like $40. Is a 10. It's like 150. So it's pretty solid. Buy a bunch of them. That and the orange laser too. Optic's gonna be hard. Optic's gonna be hard to grade. Prism is kind of hard too, but those discos aren't too bad.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like because there's so many different freaking parallels and whatever, and it's just like okay, maybe I could focus on one that kind of has better, has higher percentage of getting
silver.
So
is hard, very hard. Even though it looks tempting.
Those dimples in there. Like I can find one that looks so perfect, and then I find like two little dimples on and I'm like, I'm not gonna send this in because there's dimples on it.
I would say if there's only one little dimple, it's not bad. But two dimples,
really?
you're usually no good. Yeah, if it has like a little dimple, I've tend a bunch of cards with even two little dimples. If those are the only problems, just two little dimples, nothing else. The corner looks good, and the center good. I would still send it in.
Really? Okay. Because I see one dimple and I'm like, I'm not sending this.
Yeah, I would still send it in. Like the cards that 10, maybe it gives a false illusion because they're giving the number grade 10. No card or very few cards are actually perfect. Like just to tell you a quick story. So you ever hear me talk about that Shohei Ohtani Atomic I bought last year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I bought this BG and don't do this. Like this is high risk. But so like last year I bought a BGS 9 Shohei Ohtani Atomic Bowman Chrome. It was all good except it had 8.5 centering and 8.5 edges, right? And the centering looked good to me. I was like, okay, this centering looks pretty good, even though they gave it an 8.5. I don't know why. And I was like, oh, the edges look good too. I think this card could possibly grade a PSA 10. So I bought it, cracked it out. As soon as I got it and cracked it out, the centering looked good, but the edge had this like weird thing going on. There was like a small dent type of thing. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. And I was like, well, I bought this card for $990. I paid $9,700 for it. I was like, a PSA 9 is still 11 grand, 12 grand. I'll break even after grading. Probably won't 10, but I already bought it. Let me send it in. I got a 10. I sold it for 30 grand. So, yeah. So no card is perfect. So like if it's like 90% perfect, send it in.
Okay. Yeah. Cause I'm pretty, like I said, I sent in like my first batch last month to get graded. So I've actually never gotten anything back yet, but the stuff I did send in, like I said, I'm kind of like OCD with it. Like I made sure it was like no dimples on it. The corners are good. I just don't know how they look. Like sometimes you get that little bit of that fuzz at the top. It's not like the whitening of the card.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know kind of like what their like standards are. So I just kind of make sure like everything's good. But yeah, that's good to know about like the dimples and stuff. Cause like I said, with those silvers, which, obviously are the kind of like the highest value ones, I would think. I have a lot of silvers that I bought that I just am hesitant to send in.
If you look at eBay, go look at other 10s and you'll see like, if you look close, they're not perfect. They're good, but they're not perfect. There's like little dimples on them.
Yeah, I've even bought some 9s of cards that I didn't even really want just to kind of see what they look like, like up close personal. Because like I said, pictures, like I don't know, people can put like filtering effects and shit,
and they do.
Like, and so, or they put them at weird angles, or don't even show the back of the card, which is insane. But, yeah, it's just like you said, it's kind of like just I'm looking more and more, and like I said, the more and more I search, it's like wow, it's really hard to find like those ones that I'm like, okay, well, this one looks pretty good. Like every 50 cards I look at on eBay, it's like maybe one or two of them I would, probably buy, or have bought.
As you do it more, you'll get better at it, and the rate at which you buy cards will actually get better and better and better.
All right, gotcha. All right, man. Appreciate your time, and I'll let you go.
Yeah. Let me know. Let me keep me updated how it goes. Good luck out there.
Sounds good. All right, take it easy.
You too. Bye. He'll do well. You can tell when someone will do well.
Hi, it's Anthony.
Hey, what's up, Anthony? This is Eric. You're live.
How's it going?
Going well. How are you?
Good. I've called in before. I just had a question. If I'm looking to get started, I'm wondering how much of a budget should we set aside a month with the card grading, flipping, and bringing it back in?
So, is the goal? What's the goal? How much do you want to make per month?
Like 2,000?
So, my recommendation is let's say it takes on average, play it safe. Let's say it takes 8 weeks to get a card back, right? I tell people buy one card every business day. That'll get you to about a few grand a month. It should. So if you're buying if the average card you buy is $100, that means you're spending $500 a week for 8 weeks before ever seeing a return. That's $4,000. That's $4,000 is a healthy amount. Like you could probably get away with like 3 grand, 2 grand, but like I could tell you like we don't let people into our program unless they have a few grand in actual cash. But like, if you want to be like really good, 4K more than enough.
Okay. Yeah, I was just looking to get my figures together, see where it's going, watch your videos. I mean, there's a big demand here in New York, Long Island area. If you're thinking about doing seminars or something, maybe $25 a head, people come in, take some notes.
That's exactly what we're gonna do. Yeah, Long Island will definitely be like our plan. We're messing around with this and seeing what to do. But so we're gonna do our first one at the National Card Show, which is in Chicago. It'll be like a live event, and we'll run ads in the local area. So like just like Long Island. Actually, I used to live in Long Island, so I'm very familiar with it. I used to live in Patchogue and then Bellport.
Yep, I know where that is.
Yeah.
I'm right down a block from there.
Yeah, I used to live in those village apartments on Patchogue on Main Street.
Yep, right off Montauk Highway.
Yep. I used to live in those village apartments. Great place, except when it got cold. When it got cold, it wasn't as fun. But yeah, the Long Island will be a hot spot for that for sure. But like basically what we're gonna do is we'll run ads in the local area. This is what we're doing in Chicago for August 2nd. Be like, hey, come. It'll be like 2 hours. Pay $17 to come in. And if you stay to the end, this sounds crazy what we're gonna do, but we're gonna give it a shot. If you stay to the end, everyone's gonna walk out with a $100 eBay gift card. So if you just walk in and stay to the end, you make an $83 profit. You pay $17 for a ticket. You walk out with a $100 eBay gift card. And the reason we're doing that, obviously, is because we'll probably like sell our program at the end of it, which hopefully we make some money from it. And also all the successes and testimonials helps grow our business as well. But yeah, we'll probably do that. And yeah, Long Island, we're trying to prove the concept first in Chicago. And then we'll just hop around to different cities, Long Island, Seattle, St. Louis, Kansas City, and do these live seminars. And it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, look forward to hearing to it. And thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, no problem. If anything else, just let me know.
No problem. Thanks,
Bye-bye. You can tell when someone has a New York accent. Very evident.
Hello, this is Brad.
Hey, Brad. You said Brad? This is Eric.
Yeah. Hey, Eric. How's it going?
You're live on the show. What's up, dude? How can I help?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I just had a quick question for you.
Yeah.
I have a pile of rookie quarterbacks that like parallels, base cards, some silvers that didn't make my grading pile.
Okay.
And I just wanted to know your opinion on, are those better to sell now on eBay, or should I wait till closer to the beginning of the season, like preseason, when the hype is there to sell them then?
You should give them to me for free. Nah, that's not. I'm kidding. Yeah.
So they could possibly get 10s, most likely 9s, some 8s. You know what I mean? But they didn't meet my qualifiers. But I know there's still people out there buying now to try to grade for the season. And so do you think there's a bigger audience now, or just kind of closer to when the hype's there?
Is it like Prism and Optic and stuff?
Yeah. Prism, a couple Optics, like some base. I have a Bo Nix silver, some parallels.
Yeah,
like
that's
Bo Nix pink waves, stuff like that.
It's dependent on your budget. So like, right, the whole goal, if you're doing it right, you're buying cards consistently every week. You're getting them graded every week. You have cards coming back to you, right? So holding into the season, most likely they should go up 10, 20%. But if it's going to affect your buying budget, you should sell them now. And so you can have money to spend on more cards. So it's just dependent on your budget. So like, does it affect your buying budget by holding them?
Not really, but
Okay.
I guess that makes pretty good sense. I mean, if I can get a couple $1,000 extra right now and use that to kind of reinvest into something that I think might go up in value before the season, it makes sense.
Yeah, our longest tenured coach on our team, that's what he does. Like he actually, he buys, he'll buy 10 cards, 8 out of 10 will go for grading. The other two won't go for grading. And, over the course of, months, he piles up like, 30, 40, 50, 60 cards, like,
Right.
$10,000, $15,000 worth. And he actually makes like 20% on them because he just holds them to closer to the season. And he sells them raw.
Okay, and it probably depends on what it is. Like a Bo Nix Silver is probably going to go up a little bit more than like obviously, like a Pink Wave or something.
No.
It's a little bit less.
Yeah, probably the same. Yeah, probably the same.
Okay. All right. I just kind of wanted your opinion on that. Again, between now and then, a couple months. So just, like, I that makes sense. So just kind of get rid of them and reinvest that back into something that I think might go up in value closer to preseason, something that I think might be hyped. So thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it. I am enjoying the content. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Literally the first live YouTube I've ever watched, Adam. Welcome. Minor league.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? This is Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. This is Tommy. Apologize for the previous call where you called back to an auto attendant. That was my office.
No worries.
Number that I was calling from.
I know. I thought it was like
So
spam.
now,
I thought it was spam or something.
No, yeah, I felt bad. I heard it on the screen. Like, why is that playing on YouTube? Anyway, apologize for that. And the mystery solved. Question for you. A couple quick questions, grading related. So I used to be. I'm back in the game. Used to be the last draft class that I've card wise, or at least for football, was the 04 class, and collected a lot of EX stuff, the higher end packs back then. That was like the high end stuff for your EX. Like $100, $200 a pack.
Yep.
And I'd never seen anything like this. I'm from the olden days, right?
Yep.
Wax packs and all that. So I kind of got out of that once the 05 class came in, and it was kind of and just continue to run my business. Anyway, long story short, I'm a Skins fan. The Jaden hype brought me back into the game, or into the collecting, and I'm seeing how everything's going on. Anyway, long story short, I've got a bunch of product, right? And I'm trying to get back into it, trying to make a decent side hustle off of it, and provide a good service to people. And I just don't know which direction to go in. I've acquired a bunch of unopened stuff along the way. I'm a savvy buyer like you, so I did not pay retail, below retail. So I've got here's what I've got. I've got an unopened box of Blue Blasters of Optic, or unopened case, excuse me, of 20. That to give you an idea, that's something decent I have. I have a full case of the black megas of Donruss, and Absolute as well.
Okay.
And then tons of Prison Blasters and tons of Rookies and Stars Black, all unopened stuff. So I've got this big stockpile of stuff that I won't open, because as much as I'd like to and I enjoy it, I don't want to get killed, and I know I will if I just open it all. I'd like to keep a couple of things personally for what I like, and then provide a service and make a couple dollars on the side and sell the rest. What would you do in a situation like that? That's my first question. Second question is, if grading's involved, I've heard from several collectors saying like, hey, like, send them through us, you're going to get a better grade. PSA leans towards heavy hitting accounts, and
that's a lie.
Okay. Thank you for that answer.
That's a lie.
That's what I wanted to. Good. Okay. So there's no difference if you send it in on your own or through another company then.
Nope.
Or another shop.
Yeah, it's actually faster. Doing, like, I could speak from like teaching thousands of students this stuff. 80% of the most successful students do it all themselves because it goes faster, and you're able to see the cards, and no one's going to care about your cards as much as you. So that's be my answer to that. And then number two, with the blaster stuff, boxes, if the goal is to make money, I assume, right? The goal is to make some, like, a nice income.
Yes, and I do understand you're not going to make it by going out and buying that stuff. I get it.
Yeah.
However, I have a bunch of it.
Yeah, sell it, put it into singles. The best, most efficient way to make money with sports cards is buying singles and grading them, and turning those cards over and making a few grand a month from it. So, like, even those boxes, like, people buy boxes and hold them long term, but that's like no different than buying, like, putting your money in a mutual fund. It'll go up 10-20% per year, hopefully.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of unopened 05 hobby boxes that I never opened. I just stopped mid case and then never opened them. Never get a case hit, so they're just still sitting there. But yeah, so I've got stuff like that, and I've got older stuff that can still be in a collection that that can be sold as well. Going through the whatnot avenues, that's all new to me right now. I have an established eBay account from back in the day that I can use, but it seems to be whatnot. It seems to be the angle to go in nowadays. I have no idea. I'm spitballing here based on what I'm hearing from you and everybody else in the market. But
if the goal is to make an income, it's buying singles or breaking open boxes and cases for people. But that's a whole different ballgame that I don't teach.
Yeah. And there's different opinions on that as well. That looks interesting too. However, I don't, not really trying to prey on somebody's, like gambling addiction
that's
either.
What it is.
So
you're basically a one-person casino. If you're
So I'm not sure how I would sleep at night doing that. And then one day I would love to have the opportunity to talk with you off the air. You mentioned something about briefly in one of your previous episodes about, if somebody would just go and do this and open this type of grading company, PSA would F their pants. Yep. I'm interested in that. So just throwing that out there.
Well,
that's way too much to talk about on the air, but that's definitely something I'd like to run by you.
You'll need a shit ton of money or investors, because you will need influencers to make that happen, and influencers are expensive. So, but the only way to like really compete with PSA, in my opinion, and my marketing knowledge, would be through influencer marketing, because the whole reason why PSA doesn't do anything different than any of these other grading companies, right? There's trust. Right. They've been around for 40, 50 years, whatever it's been. So how do you quickly build up trust? Well, no one's going to trust you. No one's going to trust me. But who do they trust? Influencers. Logan Paul, Jake Paul, right? Aiden Ross, Gary Vaynerchuk, all those guys, right? Because if you have a lot of followers, you have a lot of people that trust you. And for some reason, even if you're not trustworthy, people think you're trustworthy. So that would be the route to go with that, in my opinion.
Right. All right. So I guess my next job is to start breaking stuff open. And selling it.
I would sell the boxes as is. Don't open them.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. It's all right. Just like you said before, how like you'd be preying on people. It's gambling addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Like the reason for that is because it's gambling, and odds are you'll lose money. Can you get lucky? Of course, but yeah, I would not open them. Statistically speaking, you will probably lose money. Sell it, make a little bit of money on it, take the cash, buy cards, get them graded, or you could buy expensive cards already graded while they're low in the off season. Hold them as you get closer to the season. Sell them, make some money.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Well, listen, I appreciate you. Best of luck to you, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, no problem. If you want to speak off the air, just or you could what would be the best way? Are you in our system? Have you ever received like text messages from us or emails?
I've received one text message from you about 10 minutes ago, and it said I'm in queue.
Not that.
Other than that, no.
Yeah, go in if you want to get in touch with either myself or one of our coaches. If you go on my Instagram and you click that link in the bio and fill out your information, someone will contact you.
Okay, will do. I'll do that.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you, Eric.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
All right, hello.
Hey, you got Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric, how's it going?
What's up, man? What's your name?
Hey, my name's Daniel. How you doing?
Daniel. Where are you calling from, Daniel?
I'm from Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. Nice. I used to live in Scottsdale years ago, or not years ago, last year.
Oh, nice. Hey, I'm a member of the MLB. Me and my brother, we just joined a month ago.
Cool. How's it going?
It's going good. We just sent in 61 cards to get graded.
You guys went fast.
Yeah, I have my collection that I have here in Arizona. I have 200,000 cards.
Wow.
And then my brother has another probably like 50,000. So yeah, we're looking at getting these things graded and sold.
Nice. Is it cards from like the 80s and 90s?
Oh yeah, I got ton vintage baseball, basketball, football. I mean, you name it. I got tons of stuff.
Okay.
So, and I didn't even know, like, going through the history, it's crazy to see some of the cards that they make back in the day. Like, it's so high tech compared to today's cards.
Yep, agreed.
So I have 2 questions for you.
Yeah, go for it.
First question is Pete Rose. How do you think his market's going to go up because he's going to get nominated for the Hall of Fame?
No, to be honest,
you don't think he's going to go up?
Nope, because like based on everyone knows he's going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame now. So what's going to happen when he gets inducted? Well, everyone's going to try to sell Pete Rose cards, and the supply is going to go all the way up. What happens when supply goes up? Price goes down. So nah, it's not something I would hope on.
Okay, cool. Because I had a bunch of his cards, so that was my curiosity. The second one, buying on eBay. I'm looking at a lot of like higher end Caitlin Clark cards, but they're mostly raw, and they're asking like $500-$600, and usually that's what people are paying for them. As far as checking on them as best you can to get them like graded, because people are getting real tricky with the way they take the pictures.
Yep.
Because they're taking them at an angle, so you really can't see the centering.
Yep.
Too well. So how do you battle that?
Well, if a card looks sketchy and it looks like the picture is taken at a weird angle, I just don't buy it. Or if I'm that interested, just ask for more pictures. Just say it's also you're in the program. It's in the video modules as well. I don't know if you've been through all them, but just simply ask for better pictures. And then also you have access to one of our coaches, so just ask him as well, and he'll tell you his opinion. But usually a sketchy picture I just stay away from. But if I'm that interested in the card, I just ask for better pictures, like clean pictures, and they'll send it usually.
Okay, cool. And as far as flipping them and grading them, you think it's worth it? Like a graded, it's a Caitlin Clark. It was a 1 of 49 prism, and I think it was cracked ice.
Her college uniform or professional uniform?
I believe it was her professional uniform, but it was her rookie card in the professional uniform.
Okay, can you just look on eBay? The whole, like, when you're buying cards, you want to make sure you can at least double your money. So just make sure you can at least double your money if you buy it and grade it. That's so. But from what you're saying, it sounds like you could. Any Caitlin Clark Prism card is just super hot, and you could.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my hands on the Cherry Blossom, but yeah.
Yeah, that's expensive. But yeah, Caitlin Clark's a great buy right now. Even like she's the only exception I would make. I wouldn't mind buying her and selling in the season. I don't think it's going to go down in value. Obviously, I can't make any guarantees, but that's the only exception I would make to that.
Gotcha. Cool. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, Eric.
Sweet. Good luck in the program.
I appreciate
it. Oh, yeah. Whoops, sorry. Cut him off. He'll do well in the programs. He already sent in a bunch of cards. I like people that take action. They pay money, take action.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You got Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. What's up, man? My name is Joshua.
What's up, Josh?
Hey, man. I actually got into buying cards maybe like, I don't know, say about like a year ago.
Okay.
Or right when all the new rookies got hot and everything. The Bo Nix, everything like that.
Yep.
But I've spent like maybe 20 grand on these cards, and I was gonna try to sell them raw. And I just been buying blasters, and I'm seeing that there's really no way to make my money back on all these cards other than just to get them graded.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
So
even if you get them graded, you're probably not gonna. But getting the ones graded that are worth grading is definitely beneficial because you'll make more money.
Yeah, because I mean, like I have a bunch of the rookies and stuff like that. But my question is a lot of them are going to be like or in like $10, $20, $30 cards. But I do have like several hundreds of dollar cards too.
Yep.
But I was wondering, like, to start off, should I send maybe those lower end cards in and get them graded and like maybe get those done? Because I'm wanting to do the faster way initially.
Why not just send them all in at once?
Oh man, because I got so many, man. I'd have to go through them all and get them all together. It's just that.
I would start with the higher end ones first. You can sell those quicker to make more money fast.
Okay, even with the whatever PSA being higher selling. I mean, because I would want to get my most for my money out of those.
Yeah,
but
I would send the ones that are worth getting graded that are higher end. I would send those into PSA first.
Okay, send those into PSA.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then go through all the lower end ones. That's what I would do if I was in your shoes.
Yeah, because I mean I have several high end cards like a Xavier Worthy Reds and JJ McCarthy. Like, what I don't even know. Yeah, but I just have. I mean, and I'm just wanting to get all this stuff. I was kind of at a loss because I didn't know what to do, and I was like, man, dude, I spent so much money on all this shit already.
Yep, it happens.
So
it happens. Yeah, breaking open cases and boxes is a losing game. Unfortunately, you're probably just gonna lose money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad I found you because, like, I mean, at least you kind of gave me a way out, dude. Because I'm like deep in it, and I'm
You're
like,
making me feel
dude.
like a prophet. You're making me feel like a savior over here.
Dude,
I just teach people how to make money with sports cards. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, I know, man. But that's kind of what you are to me right now because you gave me a shovel to dig my fucking way out of this hole.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of people. You're not the only one. A lot of people, especially who join our program, they lose like 5, 10, 20, 30 grand first. Then they see one of our ads or YouTube videos and like, oh shit, I could actually make money from sports cards. And they join.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool, man. I'm gonna keep watching, man. I appreciate all your help and thanks for answering my questions, brother.
Yeah. Good luck out there. If you have any questions, you can just text this number and just send me some pictures.
Okay. Awesome, Eric. Thank you, brother.
All right. You
I
have a good one.
appreciate you.
All right. Bye bye.
All right. You too, man.
And that guy made me feel good about myself. Wow. He said, "Thank God I found you. Save me." Is that it? Anyone else in the queue? Hey, what's up? You got Eric? You're live.
Hey, Eric.
What's up? What's your name?
Hey, this is Jeff, calling from Oregon.
Jeff,
Originally from California.
Jeff from Oregon, our first student ever, joined our program when he was 18 years old, working in a food truck, making $300 a week. His name was Brock. He's from Bend, Oregon.
Oh, that's all right. That's down there. There isn't much to do, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, how can I help?
I see you helping a lot of people on like what to do, in the game. But I have a different type of question. Okay,
Yeah,
so
go for it.
in early February, I bought into my first expensive break, and I actually landed a 1-of-1 Jason Dominguez.
How expensive?
And it was I spent $900 to get the Yankees.
Damn! Holy shit! You got some balls. All right, $900.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I was shitting and all that because I was like skunking hard until the last card.
Okay.
But yeah, 1-of-1 Jason Dominguez, on card auto. Yeah.
What kind of card is it? Is it Bowman Chrome? Is it?
No, it was a Luminaries.
Luminaries. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So I ended up trading it with PSA 15-day expedite. It actually took 50 days total. Got it back in April.
Okay.
And then I was stuck at that point. I was should I go to what's it called? Should I go eBay? Or I started asking some like people and they said go REA, go Golden. And then I don't know yet. I went to Golden, and then they said you keep all your commission, which was weird. And then you get to keep everything that whatever is the last price. They said I get to keep, which I found weird. But around that time frame too, now I actually landed another good card too, which is it's called Flawless Basketball. I landed a Steph Curry Emerald, 4 out of 5, and I sent that to what's called Beckett right now. So I'm waiting on them because tough. They took too long. Now I'm wondering, is there any benefit to actually going to REA Golden versus eBay?
Like to sell the card?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the question is where to sell these cards?
Yeah. Is there any benefit to actually going to these high end auction people?
Yeah. Yes.
Versus...
Yeah, they get more higher end eyeballs. So yeah, the cards do sell for better usually. So yeah, I would sell that Dominguez. Yeah, I would sell them through Golden. Yes. And then also what I would do is I would tell whoever your rep is at Golden Auctions, whoever you speak to, say, hey, I spend a lot of money on breaks and pull a lot of high end cards. I want to keep working with you guys, but I need a better rate than what you're giving me. So the rate they charge is a 20% buyer's premium. So if a card sells for $1,000, if a card sells for $800, the buyer actually has to spend $800 plus another $200, 20%, and Golden keeps $200.
Oh, and they get that. That's what they were talking about. I didn't really get it.
But they are negotiable and will give you some of that buyer's premium. So I would tell them, hey, you really want to you really want to get into it, tell them, hey, I'm talking with Alt, PWCC, Golden Auctions, Heritage Auctions, and I want to just use one auction house for all my cards. I'm just going to go with the best rate. And I would just tell Golden or whoever, hey, like, if you could give me 15% of the buyer's premium, I'll continue to work with you guys. If not, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I get you on that. I consigned with what's it called, Golden, for the Jason Dominguez, but he's playing like shit, so I held on to it.
Yeah.
So until he starts getting better. And then I was about to send it in when he hit that 3 homers in one game. Switch hitting in the last one. It was a grand slam. I was like, okay, time to send it in. And then now he's dropping balls freaking that are getting flied out to him. So I was like,
I would just sell it, like, waiting for the perfect time. Like, I mean, you can wait till the playoffs, but I would just sell it. Every other day is like a bad game, good game, bad game, good game. You'll just drive yourself crazy.
Yeah, you're right. I can use that money for better.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying all that. I'll let you know what the Steph grades in, and I'll send you pictures.
Let me know. Keep me updated.
All right. Thanks. You're the best.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
I'm getting a lot of positive affirmation today. Said I was the best at the end. Hear that? That was good. It is the last caller. Wow.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You got Eric? You're live?
Eric, how you doing? This is Drew from Long Island.
Drew from Long Island. I hear it in the accent.
Yeah.
Suffolk or Nassau County?
Kings Park.
Okay, so Suffolk County. That's by Queens, right?
Yep. No. Just north of Patchogue.
Oh, wait.
By Port Jeff.
Wait. Oh, yes. You're right. Yep. Yeah. Man, the only thing I missed I used to live in Long Island. I missed the pizza, man.
Yep.
I missed the pizza. You ever been
it's all
to...
in the water. You know that. It's all about the water.
Yeah, it is. You ever been at Gino's in Ronkonkoma?
No. I mean, there's so many Ginos. I can only assume they're all the same.
There are. Every other place is named Gino's. You're right. But there's a Gino's in Ronkonkoma. It is... First, it's a ripoff. It's like $5 for like a slice. But... It is the best pizza.
That's about the going rate that out for a specialty slice. You're paying $6 for a specialty.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, it was like $2 a slice. I remember.
Yeah, exactly. You go to Manhattan, you get 99-cent slices, and you get a soda.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
they don't use mayonnaise. It's just cheese on bread, basically.
That's true. Then there's another one that's good, Branchinelli's, right? That's one in. That's I forget what town. Starts with an M, I think. I don't know. I forget. But yeah, pizza there.
Okay.
It's a good time. I miss it. But how can I help?
But anyways, I got actually a couple questions. My number one question is, I don't know if you've dabbled a little bit with NFTs. I bought a Zion Williams back in the day. It was a 8 out of 10. One of these. I just, was hoping to. I paid $750 for it. Okay. And I was hoping to, maybe make a profit, but we know how his direction is headed. So I'm probably going to bite the bullet on that one, as we all did with Zion, John Morant, Trevor Lawrence, with that whole group right there that year.
Yep.
I don't know how to do with the NFTs on how to really get rid of it. You know what I mean? It's not a common thing. Have you ever messed with those?
I have not, but let's see. So what your question is, how to... let me try to help you out here. So your question is, you have how to sell it? Is that your question?
It's not a physical card. It's just the NFT.
Here, let's go on ChatGPT real quick and see what it says. So you can see I'm on ChatGPT. I was looking up how much. I was actually looking up yesterday on ChatGPT how much it was to get that logo on the back of the pitcher mound. That like Booking.com always has for the Met Yankee game. I was curious, but let's see. I have a Zion Williamson NFT, and I'm not sure how to sell it. Not sure how. Is there a specific name for the NFT?
I can't remember at the moment. I think it was a National Treasures or something like that, or maybe it might have been Flawless.
Let's see what chat.
It was an 8. It's out of 10. It's crazy because it's a duplicate of a real card. So in the beginning, I was just hoping to get on something early, and I guess it just hasn't really panned out, even though people are still dabbling with these digital cards and stuff like that, which don't really make sense. So I kind of backed out of it. Actually, I did back out of that.
I don't like the digital cards at all.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. I'd rather have the real card.
Yeah, because that's
so
why
actually,
that's why sports cards is so like that's the whole premise of sports cards. Like these players when they were rookies before they got good, they actually touched the card, they signed them. It was around during their
right.
rookie year. So like, yeah. But this says to answer your question. So first says you got to know what blockchain the NFT is on. Number one. So it could be like
Panini.
Ethereum, Flow, Polygon. Which platform was originally minted on? NBA Top Shot, OpenSea, Rarible. You got to know that information. And then depending on which one, for example, if it's on NBA Top Shot, you log into your account, you click My Moments, find your Zion moments, click List for Sale. OpenSea, connect your wallet, navigate the profile, just click sell. You just have to find which blockchain it's on, and then just apparently click sell.
Yeah, but it's not like a real sought after card anymore, I guess. You know what I mean? It's like everybody else. They want the physical card, which at the time I bought like the what's it called? Like the scratch off the redemption. So I bought the redemption, sent the redemption in. Come to find out, because I wasn't paying attention, it was an NFT.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
you're probably
so
gonna lose money on it. I would imagine it's not desirable anymore.
Yeah. So that was actually number one. Basically a dead end with that. 2 and 3 are kind of similar. So would you submit booklets? Because never a booklet is like a 10. You know what I mean? So if you get a 9, is 9 for a booklet still?
No, I would not. I would not send in a booklet.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get a bunch of Justin Fields right now because I'm a Jets fan.
Oh boy, I'm a Jets fan too. I don't know about that one. That's I don't know. You to each their own, but yeah, I would tread lightly with that one. I don't know.
I mean, I'm hoping that he's the QB for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? If he can continue to improve and just show us a winning season, then I think his value is just going to skyrocket.
It would,
especially as rookies.
It would, but based on the Jets' history with quarterbacks and based on Justin Fields' past 3 years in the league.
Well, I'm hoping he's turning out. He'll be like a Geno Smith for the Seahawks, but we get our Justin Fields for the Jets. You know what I'm saying?
There's only ever been it's very rare someone's like I mean, hey, go for it. But in my experience, just most players just don't end up panning out. Like you could buy his stuff now and sell it before the season. You could probably make some money, but holding into the season, like odds are, if I had a bet, will his value be less or more? But by October, I would bet a lot of money it's less. You never know, but that's just
okay.
But who knows? Maybe he's in a good situation now. Maybe there's not a lot of pressure because there's no expectations. Maybe he has a solid surrounding cast with Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, and the offensive line should be better. So never know.
They just picked up who else from the Bears? I believe it was wide receiver. I forget. Was he from the Bears or the Browns?
Who did they pick up?
Cooper Kupp. Not Cooper Kupp. Cooper.
Amari Cooper?
Yeah. Amari Cooper.
Did they?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Yes, they got Amari Cooper.
You sure?
Pretty sure. Like about a month ago.
I think it's someone else. It says he's still on the Bills.
Yeah, I'll have to fact check that and look into it.
The Raiders signed Amari Cooper? I don't see anything about the Jets here. I'm looking it up. Is it
okay? Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was Amari Cooper.
It doesn't say anything about the Jets signing a receiver. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you let me know. Let me know on that one. I don't see anything, but
yeah,
I could be wrong.
So number 3. So I know you talk about like if there's a dimple, it's fine to submit.
Yep.
Whatever, like you're okay with that.
Yep.
So that kind of goes along with like a spec. So when they like print sometimes, and you got like a spec. So I actually have 2 Bone Mix honeycombs. The lower the lower version one.
Okay.
What is it? I can't remember what it's called. But so I sent in which I thought was the better looking one. It was square, nice crisp edges, and I didn't send the other one in because I have a little spot on, a little discoloring, like from the print. You think that would be all right to send in as well? Just because you said if it's got a dimple, which it's not a dimple, it's just a print color, like an off print. And I have another one, which I have a gold, but it's got a silver in the middle of the gold border of another player. It's got a silver speck on the gold frame.
If that's the
would you think those would be okay?
If that's the only problem with the card, I'd send it in.
Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, because we all put our what we think are greats, and then we put our minimals to the side, and so I think I need to pull those two out, especially if they're a bigger of a card, as opposed to like, garbage basically.
Yeah, if that was the only problem with it, I'd send it in.
Okay, awesome. We'll do that. Appreciate it.
All right, cool. Any other questions?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment. I mean, I listen to you like every week as much as I can. If I miss it, I just pull it up on YouTube and just see what I missed.
Nice. What's the biggest?
But I do plan on joining one of your classes. I don't know how long it would take to accomplish or whatever, vice versa. As far as I have people that also want to do it with me. So basically, we want to partner up and just take on bigger purchases.
Yeah. I mean, the best way to do it, if you just go on my Instagram and just click that link in the bio, fill out your information, you'll watch a class.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it,
that's the other thing I got to get on top of. I got to get a Facebook and an Instagram because I don't do any social media. That's probably one of my biggest downfalls.
Well, just go on YouTube and you'll see a link in the description somewhere. If you click it, it'll bring you to a page. You can fill out your name, number, information. You'll watch a 30-40 minute class of me teaching sports cards. Then at the end, I'll pitch you my program and you can decide to buy it or not.
Okay. Definitely. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for
All
calling.
Right, take care.
Let's go Jets.
You got it. Let's go. All right.
Talk to you later. Bye. Well, I got to wrap this up because I got to get my day started. If you have any questions, Monday, Wednesday, we try to go live 10 a.m. Eastern. Call the number below. Thank you guys for listening. I don't take it lightly that you decide to spend your time watching me. I try to provide as much value and a return on your time as possible. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.